Welcome to In the Mind of Sir Lewis, episode number 1. This is a series where I talk about in depth on my mind process and the reasoning behind my latest trades. I'm going to get deep here and talk about my reasoning because this is what I'm all about. This is what my trading group is all about, Investor Rest Club. You know, this is not just for signals, buy here, sell that. I want to teach you guys here how to fish, not just give you guys fish, right? And if you guys want to join the trading group Investor Rest Club, you guys can join in the description below. But episode number 1 here of In the Mind of Sir Lewis, we're going to cover here my latest trade, which was this one, this juicy trade right here, 169%, 40x leverage. Okay, getting in at 21,612 to 22,526. What was my reasoning behind this? Let's look here at the charts. I'm going to break down this and show you guys here my reasoning for, especially for a lot of you guys that are beginner traders. You're going to be able to see how I think. You're going to be able to see how I make my decisions. And like I said, I do all this in the Discord as well. So this is exactly right here where I entered in this long position for this amazing 169 gain right here for 40x leverage. Okay, and by the way, I made this while I was working. So I was doing this on my day job, okay, on my phone. Like I looked on TradingView, I was looking on it, which is literally this size, okay, like I'm looking at the chart. I wasn't even on landscape, by the way. I was literally like this. So you can imagine that. And I made the decision, and I made that decision just by, you know, simple technical analysis. So boom, my first thing here that I saw, guys, was that we were in this aggressive downtrend here on the hourly. See this? And the number one thing here was that I was like, okay, I'm looking for a change of trend. I'm looking for a pivot from this aggressive downtrend to turn into an uptrend. That's what I was looking for, and I was super accurate. I was able to pinpoint it right there. Now, how was I able to get this? So number one, we were coming down on the hourly, but before even that, why was I looking too long? Okay, because this is super important too, right? Why was I looking too long? Okay, well, we go right here to the 4 hour, and this is, you got to use all time frames, guys. You got to use all time frames to understand here your short or long positions, even if they're scalp trades. Okay, but the 4 hour, what does this look like to you, right? By the way, I longed like around here somewhere. Okay, right over here. This to me looks like an uptrend, a long-term uptrend. So on the long term, we're in this uptrend, and all the uptrend is, guys, is just making, you know, a combination of higher highs and higher lows. So right here, higher highs, we're making higher highs, but also higher lows, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. That's currently this aggressive uptrend that we're in. And this, so on the hourly, I come back, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to catch a long here. I'm trying to catch a long scalp. We're coming down, and I was watching right here the Gaussian channel, right? I was watching if we can bounce off the Gaussian channel, because usually when we are in, you know, long-term uptrends, bullish, when we come back down, we usually bounce off of the Gaussian channel on the top end. And it's the same thing vice versa for downtrends. We test the bottom, okay? You know, so I'm looking right here. I'm looking at that. You know, we're finding some support. We do go below it, but we're finding some support on it. But as well, I'm looking at the stochastic RSI. And as we come down here in the hourly to oversold, okay, we're super oversold. As you guys know, I love the stochastic RSI. Okay, usually when we're oversold for a long period of time, we usually, boom, we go up, right? We catch a bump just like we did right here. And we go to overbought regions. Then look, back down, we get overbought. And we slowly come back down, oversold. So that was another thing, okay? That was another, okay, that's another check mark right there. Then you come here to the 15 minute, because again, like I said, you got to check all time frames. And on the 15 minute, and what do you see? What do you see in this chart? You can clearly see that it's holding the bottom Keltner band pretty well. You see that? It's holding the bottom Keltner band, finding support on it, right? It's rounding out, as well as we're getting a bunch of bullish divergence here on the stochastic RSI. You know, these are clear signals that we are probably going to change this trend. And again, I literally did not long right here because I was still unsure. Like we were still red, right? But as soon as the next hour came and we were green, we opened green, right? We were green. I was like, okay, we literally have 5 red candles in a row. You know, we're overbought. We're here at the top Gaussian channel, you know, all these signals. Okay, let me 40x, and then boom, I wrote it all the way up here. Now, what was my reason why I took profits here? We had this huge pump. I could have taken profits here, right? But I took profits around here, 22,526. And the main reason was we got this ugly upside down hammer shaped candle which is usually bearish. And again, it played out exactly. Like if I would have held this, you know, I would have rode that all the way down here, you know, lost all the profits or went back down to break even. But again, that's one thing, guys, you guys got to understand is learn to execute trades, learn to take profits. If you guys make good gains, like I did, 169%, take profits when you see something ugly like this, right? And then as we come back down, you can see, okay, we're coming back down the same exact pattern, right? We come back down, right? We test the top Gaussian channel, and then you can enter another long. But yeah, that was my reasoning behind this trade, 169.40x, which is one of my biggest one. I don't think it's my biggest one, but one of my biggest ones. And yeah, that was really my thought process behind it. I know there's a lot of things that go behind a trade. Don't just make a trade based on somebody else's signal alert or just based on one indicator or one thing. It has to be a bunch of combinations, right, guys? And in my trading group, Investor Rest Club, I do give signal alerts, but they're not signal alerts that are like, oh, you know, long here, short there. They're not financial advice. You know, I give my reasoning behind every trade that I get in, right? And as well as other people in the Investor Rest Club. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being here in the mind of Sir Lewis, episode number 1. I'm gonna make this a series, and I appreciate all of you guys coming on here. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace.